Hello everyone and welcome to the video. I was about to sit down and make the full journey guide for the season like I do every season, but so many of you in yesterday's stream and the streams prior were asking for Journey Mission 6 in particular. So I'm just going to do a quick easy Journey Mission 6 guide, and later on today you'll have the full seasonal journey guide for every single mission, which I do every season if you want to see the whole thing. So Journey Mission 6 is definitely the hardest one, but I'm going to make it easy for you, okay? Especially this one here. Eliminate 7 or more hostiles affected by Vicarious while it is active. I have a very easy method for you, although it is a bit tedious. Let's start at the top though. Retain at least 100% bonus armor after Invincible ends. Now what you want to do with this one, just make sure you go into your modifiers, throw on Invincible. What this means is when you proc this, you gain 25 bonus armor on kill until it ends. You need to gain some bonus armor and then you can't lose it. A very easy way of doing this is I'm going to use Viewpoint Museum, which is one of my favorite missions when it comes to journeys and then getting stuff like this done. We're going to go to the start of Viewpoint Museum. We're going to set the mission to story. We're going to make sure Invincible is ready to proc. We'll proc it, kill an enemy or two, and just not take damage until it ends. So we're going to do that 3 times. So just come here, set the mission up. We'll put it on the normal version of the mission. Story. We'll check that we've got Invincible ready to proc, which we do, and then we're going to run in. Make sure there's no ads around the start of the mission because they might do some damage to you. We'll just take cover here. The enemies will come out right in front of us. Proc Invincible. Get some kills. Notice the bonus armor goes up. Now just make sure we take no damage whatsoever. If we just stand here, no enemy should rush us. There's a sniper at the back. We just killed those 4 at the front there. He's there shooting, but he shouldn't push. Invincible ends in about a few more seconds. And that would have counted as 1 out of 3. Gotta wait for the cooldown again. So what I did was just run back to the start of the mission, restart the mission, put it on story again, did it 2 more times. That's how you get that one done nice and easily. So we'll just go back to the start of the mission. We'll look at the next thing to do. There's a few of these that we're going to be doing here at the start of Viewpoint Museum. We'll bring back up the journey. Next, reach 20 stacks in all 3 Pneuma bonuses before it ends. So let's take a look at that one. This one, you want to go to your modifiers. This time, you want to take off Invincible, throw on Pneuma. And what this means is you don't need to use 3 weapons for this one. It's the bonuses on the Surge, I think. I think you've got to get... I think you want to have the Surge for this one. So make sure you have some canisters. It's going to make this a little bit easier. So if you don't have any canisters, just get some. I've currently got 50, so we're good. Go in the Dark Zone, go and get some canisters, or go and play Hyena Retaliations to get some canisters. We want to take advantage of the Surge effect. But essentially what it wants you to do is to reach all the max stacks on all 3. So we go back to the modifier here. You're going to get headshot kills to grab 3 stacks. You're going to get kills within 5 seconds of the previous kill to grab 3 stacks. And you've got to kill at a range of 10 meters or less to get 3 stacks. You're going to max out all 3 of them. So you're going to need probably 3 or 4 kills, headshot kills, kills close to each other and within 10 meters. And Viewpoint Museum, again, is going to be a great way to do this. What I'm going to do for this is just throw in a little bit more of a survivability build. I think any build will be absolutely fine, but I'll throw on my Blue Striker. And again, just make sure you've got Pneuma turned on. What we're going to do, again, is just go to Viewpoint Museum. And this is exactly how I did it again. So if you do as I do, you should be absolutely fine. Hate it when the map goes like that. I didn't know where we were going. So back to Viewpoint Museum. Again, we're going to do it on story. And we're going to use the whole area this time, not just the first 4 enemies. We've still got 50 seconds before it's cooled down, so I'll just edit this out. And there we go. We have got our ability active. So we'll start this mission, and this is what you're going to want to do. And you're going to want to do this 3 times. So we're going to run in. Oh, if I press the right buttons. We're going to run in. We're going to aim for headshots, get close to them, and be quite quick. And we're going to proc the modifier. So these 4 enemies at the start, we're going to proc. Get close, aim for the head. Once we've done that, we're going to run forward. Gotta do exactly the same again. Aim for the head. Make sure within that 10 meters. And as long as you do this whole area and you hit the head and get close, you'll get 1 out of 3. It'll be as easy as that. Just go back to the start of the mission, wait for the cooldown of Pneuma, and do the same again. And the same again. You have plenty of time when you proc Pneuma, and because you're activating this, as you can see in the bottom of my HUD there, they're all 3 on max. You can see the 3 guns, the 3 orange gun symbols. That's what you're trying to do there. You're trying to get all 3 of them maxed out in 1 instance of Pneuma. So that's what you're trying to do. So as long as you do that at the start of Viewpoint Museum, just like I did, you'll get all 3 maxed out. It'll count as 1 out of 3, and then you just gotta wait for it to cool down. And it's only just ran out of time now. That's the amount of time you've got to do it, and then you gotta wait for the cooldown and do it again. So next, go back into the journey. Our next journey 6 objective is eliminate 7 or more hostiles affected by Vicarious while it is active. This is a nightmare. Well, it's not. It was to figure out an easy way for you guys. We spent at least a couple of hours in stream the other day. I wanted to find a nice, easy way where you could get this done solo, and we found it. So go into your modifiers again. This time you're going to switch over to Vicarious. And you basically just got to proc this. 7 enemies have got to get hit, and you got to kill them all. Now, every time I got this done, I killed 8. It didn't proc on the 7th. It says 7 or more, but for me, for whatever reason, I needed 8. It's the only way you could proc. I'm going to show you a great way to do this. What I advise you to do first is to level this up. It's going to make it a lot easier if you level this up. Get it to level 2 because it increases the radius of the proc of this talent to 25 meters rather than 15 meters. 25 meters is going to help a ton. So get level 2, get the 25 meters on it. And then obviously we want to wait for the active modifier to cool down. But how you do this, or how I did this, set your world difficulty to hard if you want to make it as easy as possible. I'm not sure what our world difficulty is. I think yeah, it's on hard. Let's just make it easy. Heroic's going to be harder to do, okay? So put it to hard. Normal might be okay as well, but I did it on hard. And you want to look for a resource convoy. Okay, so go around your map. Look for a resource convoy that is heading to a control point. A resource convoy on hard is going to have 4 enemies. Yeah, don't seem to have any resource convoys. I have a friendly resource convoy. So if you've taken over some control points like I have, just reset your control points so all control points are enemies. That'll give you more chance to get more resource convoys. And there we go. We've got one. What you're trying to achieve is you're trying to get the resource convoy to go through another activity where there's more enemies. You have the 4 enemies off the resource convoy and the 4 enemies at whatever activity it goes through. So this resource convoy here, I can see its route that it's taken, and there's no activity or anything in between that and the control point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go wait near its control point. And when it gets near the control point, hopefully there'll be enemies that it walks through where I can proc and have 8 enemies in one proc to get kills on to get it done. So we're going to go to the settlement, and we're going to run over to the control point and wait there for the resource convoy. That's going to give you a load of enemies. And this is the hardest part about it, getting 7 enemies in one proc of the active modifier. It's really difficult, but this is how I did it. And another thing I did, I used my blue striker build again. And I've just thrown on a scanner pulse. It's only on hard difficulties, so it's very easy. We'll have a jog over now to this control point. And we'll find a nice little position. We can see the angle that it's coming in. And we'll find a nice little position where we don't get spotted. But we can keep on using our scanner pulse, and we can use the right moment to take advantage of the situation. Now, some control points are going to be better than others, depending on where these resource convoys are going. This one doesn't look too bad, though. The good thing about it is it will count if they're high up. If you're underneath the enemy, or they're below you or whatever, and you proc Vicarious, it will go elevated. So, like, for example, if I went in there now in the middle of those 4 enemies, and I procced it, all of them are going to get hit, even the guy up top. The hard part is then just killing the guy up top, I guess. But this is the position we are. We can see the enemies. There's no one around us. All we got to do here, I'm just going to keep on scanning. Well, I've got a nice 4 enemies on the bottom level. I've got 1 up top. We've got 4 enemies coming in down there. I'm going to guess that's the resource convoy coming in. So we're just going to wait for those enemies to kind of all group up close together. We're going to run in. We're going to proc Vicarious. And we're going to kill them all. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to do this 3 times. Looks as if they've been... Oh. This is the annoying thing about it. It looks like they are actually not the resource convoy, and those enemies have been distracted by somebody. So let's have a look. Okay, so we got a little bit unfortunate there. This is where it is quite tedious, because you could be waiting, they can get distracted by an NPC or something, and everyone moves about. You ideally want everyone to stay still in the convoy to get there. So I'm currently at the Riverside gas station. I found another one. Again, some will be easier than others. This one looks okay, but the resource convoy is coming in. We're in a position now, hopefully, where no one gets distracted. We don't get enemies moving about, but we can see if we do a scanner pulse here, we've got loads of enemies here. We got at least 5 of them with that guy up top, and there's a resource convoy coming in. So I'm just going to wait here. This time, hopefully, it'll go to plan. The resource convoy will go within the vicinity of those 5 enemies. We're going to go in, hit it, and get all the kills to get 1 out of 3 of this objective. So here is the resource convoy now. We can see the 4 enemies on the convoy. There is some activity going on behind us. I thought it was going to ruin it for us there, but it didn't. We're just ready for the perfect moment now. Obviously, we don't want the resource convoy to reach its destination. Kind of a bad angle here. I'm going to guess they go through the front door, the Riverside gas station now. Looks like they're still walking that way. So, yeah, they should use the front door. Not quite close enough, yeah. You want them to be pretty much on the other enemies. So when you proc it, the 25 meters will hit all the enemies. And, yeah, they're going to go around to use the front door. So they should turn back around now. Here they come. So as they start entering the gas station, that's when I'm going to go in there. We're going to proc Vicarious, and then we're going to go and get the 7 kills that I needed. Or hopefully 8. Like I said, when I did this, for whatever reason, 7 kills just didn't work for me. I had to get the 8th kill. Okay, something's done something, so we're going in. We're just going to hope we get it. So, procced, and let's count them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'd be nice if we stopped going on fire. 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think that one before had the icon. 10. About 10 of them there by the looks of it. More than 6. So, to be clear, they get a little Vicarious icon above their head, and that's what I'm counting. And you want to make sure you hit at least 7 of them. I had about 8 or 9 then, so that would have counted as 1 in 3. You do have time. You've got to kill them all before the Vicarious buff runs out. But there's plenty of time, as you've seen. And you can see how tedious it can be, because even then, they were literally there, and something distracted them, and they all started moving about. But we got lucky because they were close enough. That 25-meter range from level 2, I'd say, is very much needed to make it a lot more easier. And yeah, resource convoys, follow them to a control point. Doesn't have to be a control point. It could be running through another activity like a territory control, public execution. Basically, wherever that convoy is going, if it's going somewhere with enemies, that's how you're going to get like 8 enemies or more to proc it all on and get the kills. Because it's very hard to find the 7 enemies that are needed. But that would have counted as 1. You'd now just go back on the map, you'd look for another resource convoy, and you'd do exactly the same again. We can see there's a resource convoy coming in here to Sleeping Giant. I'd now just go to the Sleeping Giant and do exactly the same thing. I keep on doing this until I add all 3 of them. Just bear in mind, you do have a cooldown once you've used it. Yeah. So if I went there now, I might be a little bit short on the cooldown. But that's how we get that one done. Now, if we go back to the journey, next is apply status effects with both Viper Bite and Spark and Flame equipped. We're not going to show you footage for that. Very easy. Just make sure at this point you will have those passive modifiers available. So make sure you come and put Viper Bite on and Spark and Flame on and just get like a status build, or not even a status build if you don't want to. Just put enemies on status effects. You could use Banshee, you could use Foam, whatever you want. I think it's 100 that you need to do for that. And once you've put 100 enemies on status, you'll get that one done. Kill an enemy by deflecting damage with unfriendly fire. This is very easy as well. So again, at this point, you will have unlocked the unfriendly fire passive modifier. Just throw that on. It's got to be hyenas, but the hyenas with shields, just aim at the shields and it'll kill enemies. So you could do this. You could just play hyena missions. You could play hyena escalations. I think there's one on this week. You could play hyena retaliations. You could just play the new PvE Dark Zone. Just keep on aiming for hyena shields. You'll eventually get it. If you do want to farm this out though and just get it done, DUA, set it up so it is the hyena version of the mission. It's not invaded or anything. At the very end of DUA, there is a boss that is a named enemy and has a shield that jumps out. Use a shield, kill everything around him. Don't kill the boss. Die, rinse and repeat until you get the 50 kills. That's what I did just to get it done very quickly. But it is something you could just work on over time, and it's a very easy one to get. And then finally we have well, not finally, we've got a few more, but the last one you might need help with is eliminate 3 hostiles with Contagious without regaining Contagious. So again, this is something that we can do very easily at Viewpoint Museum. We just got to make sure we throw on the Contagion passive modifier. Now, what this does is you gain Contagious when you get within 10 meters of an enemy, and then Contagious will transfer to them. Now, when a Contagious enemy dies, that Contagious transfers to the closest ally within 15 meters. If there's no one to transfer Contagious to, it reverts to you instead. Contagious has no effect on you, but enemies with Contagious take 40% more damage from all sources. So if you go back and just quickly read, I got this without even knowing I had it. I think one of my teammates did it, or I did it and just didn't even know. So you probably don't need help with this one. Basically, you got to eliminate 3 hostiles with that Contagious active without getting it back. At the start of Viewpoint Museum, we have 4 enemies, don't we? So we can go to Viewpoint Museum, and we can get this done very easily here, because we'll make sure Contagious transfers from us to them by getting close within 10 meters. We'll kill the one that gets Contagious, and it'll just bounce about on the other 3 enemies. By the time you've killed them all, you got the 3 kills without having it on yourself. So I've got the Blue Striker build on again, but it doesn't really matter what build you're using. We're going to set this up on story, but on the normal version. And we'll go and get this done. I think you're going to do this a few times as well. We'll check in a moment. It's not just the one time you have to do it. Let's have a quick look at the symbol that we're looking for, because again, I just got this. That little symbol there, like the hazmat outfit. If we get within 10 meters, we should see that go on to someone. Okay, so just looking for this icon, and there we go. We can see it on him to begin with, and we can see it on him. There's 2 enemies, and then now transfer to the 3rd enemy, and that's how one would work. We got 3 enemies without it transferring to us. So we can then go back to the start of the mission. We can restart. We can just keep on doing it at this location with these 4 enemies nice and easily until we get it done. But that is something, again, that you probably get quite naturally without even thinking if you've got it on. And the amount of times you need to do that is, you got to do that 15 times. Very nice area. And then to finish off Journey Mission 6, you have to survive in the Dark Zone with Inoculated equipped every minute will progress by 1. So Contagion, you get this very early. I think Journey Mission 3 you got to complete to get this. Something I always wear when I'm going into PvE Dark Zone. So Inoculated, basically toxicity accumulation from all sources reduced by 50%. Put that on, run into PvE DZ. It's as simple as that. And then the final objective of Journey Mission 6 is to fully max out your seasonal bonuses. So donate enough sample canisters to max out the sample size bar. So you're going to have to max out the sample size bar so you got all of your procs. Keep on playing the PvDZ, keep on getting canisters. You can also do it through hyena escalations as well. It's the special kill squad that spawns on them because the knock knock crew or something like that. If you kill them in hyena retaliations, you will get 30 canisters every single time you kill one of those kill squads. Pretty decent, and it can be on any difficulty. You get 30 canisters regardless of the difficulty of retaliation there. You just got to get them to spawn. But earn your canisters, keep on coming here, keep on donating the canisters to keep on getting munitions. But that's also got to fill up the sample size bar. Once you got 2,400 canisters donated, you'd have maxed out that bar and finished off Journey Mission 6. Hope that has been helpful. Again, so many people asking for Journey Mission 6 help. There's a few tricky ones in there. I've done my best to cover all of them for you. And again, I do a full journey guide. If you're watching this and thinking, well, where's the whole journey guide, G? You'll normally do a full journey guide. I'm going to work on that now. That's going to be going out soon after this video. So if you're watching this, it's probably already on the channel. If you're watching this as soon as the video drops, so in the next few hours, I'll have every single journey mission in, like we've just done with this. Easy format so you guys can follow and get all of this seasonal journey done. Don't forget to like the video, comment any questions down below in the video comment section if you got any questions. Don't forget to subscribe for more content as well. I'd appreciate the sub. Until next time, take care.